Hello, welcome into Cleo Ra. I've been prompted to do a transformation reading, and I feel like someone's having a major upgrade. There's kind of like an energy of you unpeeling from a cocoon with this, so it's really beautiful. I'm going to start my clock now, just in case there are any synchronicities with the numbers, and we're going to be using the Alien Dreams Tarot today. So if you're new here, I'm just going to dive into the ethers. I like to be a human aerial for the divine, and if you're returning, hey Cherubima, we've got a new golden bunny on the table, by the way, and some new golden pillars, so everything's getting pretty golden here. And my channel is all about encouraging people to be their most unique, beautiful, authentic, golden, sovereign, cherubim, priceless, divine self that they can possibly be, and to really create their own reality through the temple of their mind. So it's good to be here. Let's get into it with these transformative energies. I'm going to be pulling some charms in a minute also. Okay, we've got the Page of Pentacles here. So this is a new pathway being offered to you or showing up for you. Chariot energy. So I'm hearing like a ding dong energy, like someone's going to be knocking your door, someone's going to be bringing you something. This isn't just like any old letter. This isn't just like any old email. This is like something that could be the golden ticket. I'm feeling an envelope with a really beautiful paper that's been used, and I don't know if you're really going to get a letter which has been written, handwritten like that. Maybe you will, but I feel like this is symbolic of how important this correspondence is when it comes to your spiritual pathway going forward. This is the golden pathway with the Chariot card. This is you having that bingo moment, right? Everything lining up perfectly for you, everything coming together. You could have waited quite a while for this, because you know that good old divine timing. They need to get the right person in the right place at the right time. There's a lot of non-physical mechanisms that we're relying on to get this golden carpet laid out. So this is going to be an obvious offer that comes through, either in the form of a letter or something important. This is so important. They're saying don't let this one get lost in all of the junk mail and the spam and the unwanted correspondence, because there's going to be one golden one. It's like a golden telegram from the vintage times. 7 of Wands here. So this pathway is very protected for you, but you are the extension of God. You are the extension of Source. There's an energy here with the 7 of Wands of you having to hold your territory, because again, we've got that confirmation that there are going to be a lot of energies coming your way that actually aren't very interesting to you, have no significance to your life's journey. They're not soul contracts. Maybe they want your attention, maybe they want your time, I don't know. Maybe it's just random sort of junk mail that Spirit's talking about here, but there's this need to protect your frequency, because there could be a lot of energies coming in at once for some reason here, but there's that one with the Knight of Cups, something beautiful, something that's going to move your heart. This is going to feel really magical, because it's no coincidence that the Knight of Cups has got this beautiful pure white horse, meaning he's got the purity of intention. He is driven by love. So this could be something coming up in career or some other sector of your life. But whatever it is, it's something that's very close to your heart, and something that will get you sort of feeling tickled in the heart area, because I'm getting tickled pink from this. I think it's called a bridle. I'm not sure with horses. There's a gorgeous waterfall here coming off of this icy cliff. So there's something really clear about the pathway here. The pathway you need to follow will feel really beautiful to you. It will feel really clear, and it will feel really obvious. I feel like you've built yourself up in a beautiful way. I'm getting goddess standard, and it's the same if you're a man watching this, whatever. You've got yourself up to a divine godlike standard, and it's got to be those good real offers only. It's got to be those pure beautiful offers only. Golden opportunities, that's what I'm getting here. There we go. There's that star energy. So you have to hold yourself in this light now, because for some reason they're showing me like the dials on a DJ equipment. It's like you are the song, right? They're giving me this DJ analogy here. You've tuned yourself like a perfect song. You've composed yourself. You've layered yourself. You've honed yourself, refined yourself, educated yourself, gotten to know yourself. You've even disciplined yourself. I'm getting this energy of someone who's like, you know what, this ain't good enough. I've got to behave in a better way. For someone out there, I'm picking up on this energy, this beautiful energy in you as a young man, thinking to yourself, I've got to be a gentleman. I've got to have respect. And I feel like you honor whatever you represent, you honor it so well because you hold yourself to that respect level. And now you expect the same back. There's no going back to old life stories. You know this. This is your position here. And this magnetism, this level of magnetism on the star card, you know you're pulling in this golden opportunity. You know you're the one gliding into streams of consciousness, potentials. You could have looked into reality transurfing, because you know when you hold this position, when you wear the crown and when you represent it properly, you're not just calling yourself a king or queen. You come with the love, the respect, the honor. You've got your house in order. You've got an open mind, a beautiful, intelligent heart. You can feel your way. That's why you've cooked up this golden opportunity. And that's why I feel like there's going to be energies kind of clawing at you. This is like a World War Z energy, you know, when they're all coming up the building. People are funny. They respond to your magnetism automatically. They can't help it. It's almost like some people will be behaving towards you like they are reading off a script. Just an automatic reaction you're going to be getting from people. But look at this, Spirit's like, yeah, know who to turn your back on. Because there's a selection here. We've got 3 wands in this little spaceship. But this one has got their back turned to whatever they're moving away from. And they're moving away spiritually, and they're moving away quickly. So there's a selection. Messages coming in, but you've got to select the real ones, the golden opportunities. And these are golden. We've got a golden offer here, and we've got a beautiful, real, pure, cute, innocent. This is something real and something valuable. A rare one. What else do we need? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Idealistic is what I'm getting. 9 of Pentacles here. So this is beautiful. They're telling me stardom for somebody. They're giving me Janet Jackson, the velvet rope. We have a special need to feel that we belong. Come with me inside my velvet rope, right? Kind of paraphrasing there, but it's one of my favorite songs. I absolutely adore Janet. And especially the 90s vibe with those real artists that were just so magnanimous. I feel like they're bringing this up for a reason, because I feel like at your core, they're giving me at your core, you've got this old school energy. At your core, you've got this classical energy. Now, before I started this reading, I was going to get into those Vogue energies. They're reminding me that this is what this is with the Vogue. I feel like maybe you can really relate to the early 90s when people were more unified. I feel like there was so much more unity in the 90s, right? But I feel like you bring something so pure and so authentic and so rejuvenating for other people that Spirit and the Divine is ushering you along onto this pathway. I mean, it's really clear here. These energies are going to stand out to you because you stand out. You've got to accept the energies that are on your frequency. And anything that feels bizarre to you, let it go, because there's going to be a lot of energies trying to kind of get in, right? You can see who's holding these sticks, right? I'm going to pull some cards for this in a minute, but let's pull a couple more here for a second. What else do we need to know? Justice, baby. This is set up in stone. They're making me feel the energy of these stone pillars as if I'm touching them. And I can feel the realness of them. The sandstone, I don't know, this ancient mortar, something really solid. And I'm also seeing paperwork. So this is set up for you in the spiritual realm. Yeah, 8 of Wands here, getting you where you need to be. And I was getting a bit diverted with the Janet Jackson, as we do when we've got this ADHD, whatever. But I rely on my psychic connection at all times. So yeah, this is a beautiful Vogue energy. This is a beautiful classical energy. But this is you getting behind the velvet rope. This is you being with the people you need to be with. You see, this person doesn't belong in this soup of energy. This person has to hold their sovereign boundaries. They've got to draw a golden line in the sand and be like, nope, I'm the alchemist. I'm the commander of my personal reality. Because some people are too entitled to your energy, right? And I feel like that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to get this big wave of energy where people feel like they are entitled to your energy. So your goal here, Sailor, is to keep your cool. Because I feel like, you know, the minute you get on your spot, because you're in the physical right now, there are going to be energies that are going to automatically, like you've got a remote control pointed at them, all of a sudden they're going to get into gear with their sticks and try and get a piece of what you are with your golden soul. But it's your work to be in this position. When it comes to this Nine of Pentacles, star positioning, I feel like you know you hold the honor for your family. I feel like you know you've got cute vintage ways, or you've got more respect for your elders than most people. Things that you might not show very often, because we've all grown up in the same thing, right? We all know that society has been narcissistically trained. It's got a bit different recently, kind of. But in the 90s and whatever, everything was kind of geared towards people hiding their feelings and this, that, and the other. But I feel like you've got this tender part of you that if this reading is for you, you know I'm speaking to you. You like those old-fashioned ways. Maybe you like the thought of traveling to Venice or Rome, or places where it still feels like you could be sat in a restaurant like hundreds of years ago. Classical, beautiful. Again, that Vogue energy with the Parisian kind of element, that timelessness. You are a timeless gift to this realm, my love. That's what I'm getting. We've got Joan of Arc, the warrior of light. I have a still like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. So you know yourself. This is beautiful. This is solid. Again, with that metal energy, that steel energy. You've been forged for this positioning. So there's a really light-hearted energy to this reading where it's kind of like breezy for you. And that's why I feel like these energies pop up, right? You're breezing along, chariot positioning, crown on. You know you've done everything right. You've dotted all the I's, you've crossed all the T's. You're good to your ancestors. You've got your house in order. Everything you do with love, or at least neutrality, right? You're a kind person. And this is why the pathway is so smooth for you. Let's get one more goddess card, and then it's so funny. It's almost like with this classical procession energy, the divine building up this big pathway for you, and then these little, it kind of reminds me in Rome, you know, when they get back and they're riding an elephant through, and there are people at the sidelines, and sometimes they want to throw flowers, and sometimes they want to throw tomatoes. This is the kind of energy I'm getting from these ones that may want to jump in on your energy, steal some of your juju. But no, this is an elevation thing. This is almost like the spiritual penthouse. It's better for the world if you are elevated to your true positioning and behind that velvet rope, right? That way your energy is preserved and you can flow out more harmonic and gorgeous energy. If you keep getting dragged back into whatever old storylines may be trying to claw at you, then you cannot be the gift that you were always designed to be. This is your work. 8-8 on the table. Teresa of Avila, Our Lady of the Interior Life. I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. And that's the thing. I feel like you've always had this interior world that you could rely on. And I feel like maybe if I'm speaking to a man, maybe you were around people that wouldn't have understood your more intellectual side, your more emotional side. But I feel like you've nourished this side of you beautifully in your own interior world in a gorgeous way. You trust yourself and you know you've got the divine presence. You feel it within you. I know you do. We've got embracing enthusiasm. Shout to the heavens with happiness. We'll put her there with the bunny. Bunny power. Okay, and what else? Yeah, this is like riding a wave. This is like being on a boat, and yeah, you know, the waves can get a bit crazy sometimes, but you're good. You're keeping your mind elevated. You're keeping your mind risen. It's like you are risen. You're being put in your risen position. And anyone who is being chosen and selected to be put up on a pedestal or to be separated into their proper positioning, it's because you are needed in that positioning, and it's because you've also done your time in the underworld. You know, you don't get to be living at the top of the pyramid without passing the tests, and that's a Plutonic thing, that's a Neptunian thing, it's a Saturnian thing. Yeah, and you don't get through to the loot lounge without doing the damn thing, overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. And I feel like this is what you've been doing. In the first portion of your life, you've been overcoming things, and now You've elevated. The rope is opening for you. Okay, that beautiful velvet rope. You might want to go and listen to that song, Janet, the Velvet Rope. Truth revealed. Your majesty is the truth, right? The old pathways have got to stop. You've got to stop indulging in old ideas of who you are here and embrace this new positioning. There's that offer coming in, right? Jack of Wands, Jack of Clubs. Beautiful. You're going to feel this because this fire is divine, right? Then we've got the Mortal Kombat. The little irrelevant ones trying to make themselves relevant. Spirit doesn't want you to be too kind here. You've got to have that pillar of severity, or you could lose your Nine of Pentacles positioning. That's just the truth. But you're going to feel the energy on these people. Zombified, right? I don't know what this is going to mean in your real life, but maybe you live in a crazy neighborhood, and even without telling people, if you notice, the minute you've got a bit of money, they all know. They all come get you, right? So there's something about this automatic triggering. Your starlight, your light, your glow, your golden radiance, triggering the remnants of the old life perhaps. So be careful about that. Stay solid. We've got the Ace of Wands, fired up energy, because this is new for you. This is what you've worked for. Now you're carrying that divine fire, and it's time for you to be content. This is plush. This is luxury. This is gorgeous luxury apartment energy. You know, feet up, content. Whatever makes you satisfied and happy, that's what this represents. But I also feel like you're moving forward with more gusto than ever before, because this is what your soul has prepared for. Passing the test is just the beginning. This is where the fun starts. This is where the real life starts, where you can just be your true self and the universe responds in the most beautiful and gorgeous way. So I've really enjoyed reading this, but I feel like I should get a few more cards for you, right? Let's see what else you need to know. Yeah, that Five of Swords showing up again. Who are these niggly ones? Let's have a look into these niggly ones for anyone who's still here, because it seems to want to be spoken about. 10 of Wands, 5 of Swords. So this would be burden and mental confusion. And I feel like you're someone with a really kind, compassionate soul. And you're someone who questions everything with your intellect, right? I feel like you've got this beautiful rationality that never takes away from your divine spark. You keep that right brain fired up, and you also love the truth, and you love the stone cold truth of things. I feel you can handle that. So you could have a really interesting Pluto placement. You could even be a Pluto in Scorpio, which would let me know why you get these pesky energies who are literally just drawn to you. Like, everyone's got their own unique birth chart. And some of us, if we've got Pluto and Scorpio in our first house, damn right, I'm going to get treated very differently because of my magnetism that I chose coming into here, versus someone who has, I don't know, Pluto and Libra in their 7th house. That's going to be a totally different kind of energy. And I feel like that's kind of what we're dealing with here. Something niggly, something where people want to be relevant, but they're not. We've got all this fire here with the 10 of Wands, this dance going on, but then there's the underlying archetype of burden. So show me what else we need to know. There could be people who are not happy with this contract coming into being because it is so solid. It may feel like you're rubbing it in their face. It may feel like your contentment irks them. Guys, you know I like to keep it positive, which is why I feel like Spirit naturally flowed this part of the reading on in the last bit, because we do have a Devil card showing up here. And again, there's a frenzy. Spirit's kind of giving me energies of like an eating frenzy, okay, for these little energies here with this 7 of Wands. So I don't like these energies, and you know, I like to make them very, very much irrelevant, but they show up in the readings for a reason. So devil energies, toxicity, could feel like the final frontier for you, having to just keep them off. And I feel like they will play on your politeness. They will play on this idea of perhaps everyone being part of one big human family. But no, you're getting taken behind your own personal velvet rope. This is what Spirit wants. We have to get our houses in order. And this is why you're being chaperoned, cordoned off. Your energy must be preserved. Because these are devil energies that will only bring you burden. And, you know, we have this old phrase in the UK, sometimes you've got to be cruel to be kind. Sometimes you've got to have that Saturnian energy, you know, installed in you. We've got to be careful. Are we enabling people, or are we being kind, because there's such fine lines going on. So I feel like there are fine lines going on here with whatever these energies represent. They're saying for you, the idea of being a shaman could be something to do with why these energies are kind of strangely drawn to you. This could be something from a past life that you don't particularly focus on too much for one of you out there, but it could be something that for you, it could be easy. You'd be like, yeah, I knew I did that in a past life. And for others of you, it could be like, yeah, okay, it makes sense that these strange shamanic energies are going to come at me, because these are little feeders and they're unconsciously feeding. So what Spirit is saying is, don't you feel self-conscious asserting yourself or having boundaries around these energies who aren't even conscious anyway, right? They want to make you feel bad or whatever. Three of Pentacles energy here. See, it's funny because they kind of want to work with you here, but there's one in front and two behind. So it's this energy of people kind of pulling you back because they want to keep up with you, but you've got to stay ahead. This is just your lane. Zoom, zoom. Okay, this is just you. You have to zoom ahead. I hope this message is hitting the right psyche. Don't take what doesn't resonate, but I know for one of you out there, you get what I'm saying, because you've got this ambition, you've got this purity of soul where now it's clicking into gear for you. Now you're in your lane. Everything they would have criticized you for before, now they're having to see the glory of what you created because you kept things right. You did things right. So don't let them hold you back now. The ones that didn't do it right, the ones who are stuck in devil energy, because you've got to zoom ahead. First place. Trophy, baby. Embrace your enthusiasm. I hope I've got this across all nicey for you, and I hope this message hits the right mind at the right time. I love you. Mwah.